This is top 10 horror movies you need to see. Let's get into this. Horror movies do like base your entire paralysis. So like, if you're scared of something, it's probably from a horror movie.
Let's step into the darkest corners of A24 with its 10 scariest horror movies. Creepy, unsettling, and crafted to haunt you long after they end. These aren't cheap scares. They're slow-burning nightmares built on tension and atmosphere that crawls under your skin. Number 10, Under the Skin. She drives through the fog-choked streets of Scotland, her van a silent predator in the night. Inside, an otherworldly woman scans the darkness for men with no attachments, no one to miss them. Lured by her beauty, they follow her into the black, a void beyond comprehension. But as her mission unfolds, something begins to shift inside her borrowed skin. The cold precision that once guided her starts to unravel. Directed by Jonathan Glazer, the film is a hypnotic slow burn that blends alien terror with haunting surrealism. With minimal dialogue and dreamlike pacing, it's a descent into a world where identity, humanity, and flesh peel away layer by layer, until nothing is left but silence in the dark. Number 9, Pearl.
Terrible, awful, murderous things.
In a creaking farmhouse smothered by silence and sickness, Pearl dreams of escaping to the big screen. Her days are spent feeding livestock, nursing her mute father, and obeying a mother who keeps joy on a tight leash. But inside her, something festers. A hunger not just for fame, but for freedom at any cost. When rejection strikes, that hunger curdles into something vicious. Directed by T. West, Pearl is a technicolor descent into madness, cloaked in bright hues that only make the rot shine brighter. This isn't just a prequel. It's a character study wrapped in blood-red ribbons, tracing the quiet footsteps of a girl who wanted more and how far she'd go to take it. Number 8, The Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Where is she? What did you do to her?
Price. Why my children should have to pay the price.
Dr. Stephen Murphy seems untouchable, a renowned cardiologist with a perfect family and a polished life. But when Martin, a soft-spoken teenage boy whose father once died under Stephen's care, begins to infiltrate his world, things turn quietly sinister. At first, Martin's behavior seems odd but harmless. Then Stephen's children fall mysteriously ill, and Martin delivers a chilling ultimatum. A sacrifice must be made, or everyone will suffer. Directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, the film spirals into a cold, surreal nightmare of guilt, punishment, and impossible choices. With its detached tone and icy visuals, the film crafts a slow, suffocating terror rooted in ancient retribution. Number 7, Green Room.
Sure that is.
Is that a pep talk? Just grab some shit, get ready to run.
A struggling punk rock band on the brink of giving up, low on cash, hope, and gigs, is offered one last chance. A show at a remote, rundown club deep in the woods of Oregon. But the club harbors a vile secret. What seems like a chance to play one final set becomes a brutal trap when the band accidentally witnesses a murder backstage. Now they're locked in the titular green room, captive, outnumbered, and hunted by a group of violent neo-Nazi skinheads determined to erase any witnesses. Directed by Jeremy Saulnier, the film uses tense pacing, claustrophobic framing, and a chillingly calm villain to create relentless dread. It forces the band to confront whether escaping with their lives is even possible when every exit leads only deeper into chaos. Number 6, St. Maud.
I feel fuller of your love than ever before.
Maud walks with quiet purpose, her footsteps echoing through dim hallways and shadowed prayers. Once a hospital nurse, now a devout caregiver, she believes she's been chosen, not just to tend to the dying, but to save their very souls. Her latest patient, Amanda, is a flamboyant, defiant woman slipping slowly toward death, and Maud sees a divine mission in her care. But as Amanda resists salvation, something inside Maud fractures. Directed by Rose Glass, the film is a chilling descent into religious obsession where whispers from God grow louder and reality begins to flicker. With creeping tension and haunting visuals, it blurs the sacred and the sinister, leading to a final moment that burns into the mind like a divine curse. Number 5, The Witch.
My Lord, I now begin, O help me, and thou lead my sin. For I repent, and how shall be? From evil I will turn to thee.
A devout Puritan family exiled from their colony builds a lonely farm on the edge of a dense New England forest, hoping for a new start. The father, mother, and their 5 children attempt to live a pious life until their newborn disappears under mysterious circumstances and the crops begin to fail. Slowly, suspicion and fear worm their way through the household as strange events accumulate. Animals behave oddly and whispered accusations slide between family members. Directed by Robert Eggers, the film is a chilling descent into paranoia and superstition. The forest beyond their farm becomes a presence. Silent, watching, turning faith and desperation into a cruel test of sanity. Number 4, Talk to Me.
They're not gonna stop. They're never gonna stop.
It starts as a game, a preserved, mummified hand passed around at parties, a dare whispered in the dark. Talk to me, they say, and the spirits come. But for Mia, still mourning the loss of her mother, the thrill becomes something deeper and far more dangerous. One session lasts too long. One spirit refuses to leave. Directed by Danny and Michael Philippou, the film rips open the veil between the living and the dead with brutal force. What begins with laughter quickly descends into hallucinations, possession, and blood-soaked fear. The more they reach into the beyond, the more it clutches back, and some doors once opened never close. Number 3, Midsommar.
Just need to buy my sister's gift.
So yeah,
Argos? They only sell toys. Look who's on the naughty list. Dry.
Midsommar.
That's why you look so guilty right now, because you know. We only do this every 90 years.
Danny's world shatters after sudden tragedy, and in her search for escape, she follows her boyfriend to a secluded Swedish village for a once-in-a-lifetime festival. At first, it's all flowers, music, and sunlight that never fades. But as the days stretch on, rituals grow stranger, smiles stay too long, and the warmth begins to suffocate. Directed by Ari Aster, the film is a floral fever dream, a horror story that never hides in the dark. Grief lingers in every glowing field, and beneath the beauty lies something ancient, demanding, and merciless. As Danny is drawn deeper into the commune's twisted embrace, the lines between rebirth and ruin blur. This isn't just a getaway when it's a sacrifice dressed in white, where daylight becomes the most terrifying disguise of all. Number 2, Bring Her Back.
Spirit stays in the body for months after death.
After their father's sudden death, Andy and his blind stepsister Piper are thrown into a world of confusion and grief. They're placed in the care of Laura, a kind but deeply troubled woman still mourning the loss of her own daughter. At first, her home seems warm, a refuge for lost souls. But behind the kindness lurks something cold and unnatural. As Laura's obsession with bringing her daughter back grows, the walls begin to close in. Directed by Danny and Michael Philippou, the film is a slow, burning tale of mourning turned malevolent. The house becomes a prison of rituals and whispers, where love curdles into something unholy. Number 1, Hereditary.
Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother! Mom, what's...
Grief hangs heavy over the Graham family after the death of their secretive matriarch. But mourning soon twists into something far more sinister. As Annie, a mother and miniature artist, begins to unravel her mother's shadowy past, strange occurrences plague her home. Her children sleepwalk, voices whisper in the dark, and a presence seems to loom just out of sight. Directed by Ari Aster, the film is a masterwork of psychological and supernatural terror, where family trauma manifests into literal hell. With every revelation, the walls close tighter, dragging the family toward an inherited fate too horrific to escape. Here are 4 other movies you have to see.
I'm actually so sorry, bro.
It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best.
Nivea Men 1, sensitive skin, nil. Nivea Men Sensitive Moisturizer, SPF 30.
It comes at night.
Put your mask on. Nobody's sick here.
Can't trust anyone but family.
You don't get it.
How old are you, Travis?
A father, mother, and teenage son hide deep in the woods, clinging to survival after an unseen plague decimates the world. Their home is fortress-like, ruled by strict routines and fear of the dark beyond the door. When another desperate family begs for shelter, that fragile balance shatters. As tension builds and paranoia infects the household, it's clear the true horror doesn't come from outside. It's already inside. The lighthouse. Two men alone on a rock. The wind howls, the sea rages, and the light spins endlessly overhead. Sent to maintain an aging lighthouse, a grizzled keeper and a young apprentice find themselves locked in a slow, spiraling descent into madness. Isolation wears thin, secrets surface, and something ancient seems to lurk in the crashing waves. Climax. A dance troupe gap.
I can add porn if you. I don't even want to rewind it, but if you see.
Sent into madness. Isolation wears thin, secrets surface, and something ancient seems to lurk in the crashing waves. Climax. A dance troupe gathers in a remote, abandoned schoolhouse for a night of.
So who's your face reveal? I say a face reveal. You guys probably already know my face. But 3, 2, 1. They just had to do it to me, bro. My face is no longer a secret. No. I say my face is no longer a secret. I wasn't, like, yeah, I wasn't hiding it. Like, you guys probably already knew my face, but it's just difficult now. Like, my epic face reveal, I can't do another epic face reveal. But anyway, let's continue the video. But like, why did I do that?
Their movements are hypnotic, the energy electric, until someone spikes the sangria. As LSD courses through their veins, reality shatters. What begins in rhythm and laughter quickly spirals into chaos, cruelty, and violence. The film becomes a descent into collective madness, captured in dizzying single takes and suffocating darkness. X.
You don't want to leave, do you?
People's eyes are gonna pop out of their.
In 1979, a van full of young filmmakers sets out to shoot an adult movie in rural Texas, hoping to make it big. They rent a remote farmhouse from an elderly couple who seem more confused than concerned at first. As night...
Yeah, that'll be it for today. I hope you have a good day. See you next one. Bye. Bye.